Now, as I'm doing this video right now, Nio is trading at $5.12, down 4.3%. One thing that you'll notice that in the past 5 days or in the past week, Nio is still up 1.29%, right? But one thing that is really interesting about the Chinese equity is that though we are seeing these sharp falls, there are quite a number of big institutions that are bullish onto China. I mean, right now we just read an article coming from Bloomberg. Bloomberg recently has been giving out or issuing out quite positive articles about China and Chinese equities, which is something that is bullish because we hardly see Bloomberg or news reporters like Bloomberg reporting some good sentiment about Chinese equities or Chinese economy. And seeing this happening right now, it is something that tells you that though we are seeing a sharp fall into Chinese equities, there is a turnaround that will be coming very soon onto, of course, all these Chinese equities like Nio. Today from Bloomberg, we read that Goldman Sachs just indicated or sees the Chinese stocks being bullish after the US elections. You know that the US elections are coming next week, and seeing Goldman Sachs reiterating or trading desk saying or issuing a bullish statement on the Chinese equities, it is something that once again it shows you the sentiments that around Chinese equities. The very same Bloomberg a week ago they said that Chinese stimulus, it's there, it's taking place, and it will rain. So it means that we can expect to see bullish things coming from the Chinese economy, though we might not be seeing it right now, but it will definitely come. And today, reading this, that the elections might, of course, bring some positive sentiment into Chinese equities. It is something that is always good. 2 days ago, we were also talking about an article here from Bloomberg indicating that China is looking at increasing their stimulus if Trump wins the elections, which is something that shows you that after the outcomes of the elections, China will reevaluate, and the chances are they will increase the stimulus, which is something that, of course, it will bring some positive vibes into Chinese equities like Nio. I know right now things might not be looking good, but this stimulus, it's real. This is an article that we read from Bloomberg 2 weeks ago. The stimulus or the Chinese stimulus is real, and it will bear fruits very soon, or it will rain very soon. There are clouds all over the Chinese economy, and rain is coming very soon because of the stimulus that Chinese government introduces or is currently in the implementation mode right now as we are speaking. You know that right now when you look into the Chinese EV sector, China has introduced subsidies to try to boost this sector, and the kind of subsidies that China is putting or has put in place for the new energy vehicle car surpasses that of gas cars, which shows you that China really cares about the new energy vehicle sector. Right now, I think a day or two ago, we were reading a statement coming from China to say that China is stressing this point to its sector or different departments, saying that all local government departments should start buying new energy vehicle cars and lead by example. So to say that China is in a transition mode, meaning that China government department should start buying EV cars like Nio to lead by examples, to say that this indeed is the future. This is what they are prioritizing, which is something that is bullish onto Chinese EV makers like Nio, right? So this is good news, and seeing that over and above that we've been reading coming from Bloomberg, we just read a latest article saying that post-elections, Bloomberg Trading Desk, it's seeing Chinese equities rallying or rising. It is something that is pretty good, pretty exciting, and we look forward to that. So all these articles that we are reading, all these comments coming from billionaires, institutions, they just simply mean one thing onto us, and that is we need to take the low trading price as opportunities to buy, to scoop the boat, because if news reporters like Bloomberg, almost on a day-to-day basis, they are releasing positive articles about the Chinese equities, the Chinese economy, you and me better agree onto one thing, to say that if you are seeing this almost on a daily basis, it shows you that there's something big it's about to happen to the Chinese equities like Nio. Something big, it's coming. It might not be here right now, but it is definitely coming. These Chinese equities, I mean, like Nio, they've been seeing the fundamentals continuing to grow, which is something that over and above maybe the stimulus, the boost that these companies are getting from the government, are getting from the institutions, the positive sentiments. They have got strong fundamentals themselves. I mean, tomorrow Nio will be giving us their deliveries for October, and so many of the people are expecting deliveries to be at 25,000, and if it comes like that, then it will become very bullish onto Nio. This is bullish because it will be showing us that the Nio that we are seeing now is very much different from the Nio we were seeing last year in 2023, which is something that is pretty exciting because it will be showing us growth. I mean, if there's something that so many of the new investors are waiting for, it is the Q3 earnings, which hopefully Nio announced the release date of those earnings, because so many of the new investors right now just want to see how Nio performed in Q3, and knowing very well that we reported, or in Q3 we had record-breaking deliveries of over 61,000. So we want to see, or investors want to see, the gross margins improvements, cash and cash equivalents. How close are we from being profitable? Which is something that, of course, we look forward to, and hopefully Nio gets to announce the date anytime soon, right, in November, right? So yeah, it's just positive vibes, it's just positive sentiment. I know share price wise Nio might be trading at $5.12, but this is not the end of the road, because sentiment around Nio continues to be bullish. Sentiment around Nio continues showing us that long term will win. There is nothing wrong that Nio is doing, ladies and gents. Let me tell you just one thing. There is nothing that Nio is doing. It has to do maybe with just the sentiment that is around Chinese equities at this very moment. But I tell you, the sentiment will change, because I mean, it is becoming extremely cheap, or Chinese equities are just becoming extremely cheap, offering opportunities to those that want to buy and own this stock for the longest period. I know there are people that have been owning Chinese equities like Nio for the past, like, I don't know, 4 years, but yeah, our time will come, man. I mean, this investing game, it's a long-term game, right? Investing in the stock market, it's a long-term gain. It's never really about the short term, but rather it's about the long term. I mean, so many of the people complain, looking maybe at how the share price is moving in the short term, but forget the fundamentals that we are seeing, or that stock which they own is producing. I mean, if Nio was not showing any signs of growth, I would definitely agree with some of the people that are against Nio and all that. But the thing with Nio is that Nio fundamentals are growing. Nio is growing in terms of sales. I mean, right now, tomorrow, we are talking about chances of Nio reporting 25,000 deliveries, which that has never happened onto Nio ever since its existence. It will be the very first time. In fact, Nio has never sold anything from 22,000 going upwards, which is something that 25,000 will be extremely bullish, and it shows you the kind of company that Nio is becoming. So yeah, man, I just thought I'd give you this quick updates, man. Bloomberg said after the election, or US elections, Chinese equities will rally. Regardless of the outcome, they will rally. This is what Bloomberg said. This is what we read. And they said in the past recent weeks, or in the past few weeks, Chinese stocks, they were expected to perform the worst, but they are showing some strength, and this shows you that after the elections, after the outcomes of the elections have been published and released, we should see some rally onto Chinese equities like Nio, which is positive, which is bullish. And yeah, it just makes me to take the low trading prices opportunities, or to load the boat. So yeah, man, do your own DD. I just thought I'd just give you this quick update. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and hit the notification bell. Otherwise, I'll see you in my next video, and God bless you all.